Today I am going to teach you a very fine trick which is very important for JEE, NEET and other competitive exams like WJE, BHA, PMT and other exams. I think this year also in JEE and NEET as well as in both exams questions has come on this topic. So it's very important, and by learning this trick you can find it out within seconds. The lone pair plus the polarity of the compound, that whether it's polar or non-polar. Now see, first some basics. You can see the hybridization state SP, SP2, SP3. The geometrical constitution now. For SP it will be 180, for SP2 it will be 120 degree, and for SP3 it will be 109 degree 28 minutes. This three you have to remember. Now, how to find the compound, whether it's polar or non-polar. Mind it, if the lone pair is 0 for a compound, it's always non-polar, and if it's more than 0, it's polar. It's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Only when it's 0, it will be non-polar. Okay. And another thing, per lone pair. Okay, let me test this one, then I will tell this. Here a given compound is given, it's CH4 methane. We have just find out the hybridization state of methane, and I have taught this also by a trick in the previous video how to find it out. By that only I have found out that the hybridization state of methane is sp3. Now look here, the trick. In CH4, which is the central atom? C, carbon. I have marked it with red pen, you can see carbon. And the left is hydrogen, which is having 4 atoms. Now see its hybridization state, sp3. How many S and how many 3 are here? 1 S and 3 P. See, 3 and 1 S. That's making a total of 4. Now just you have to subtract the total number of atoms of that compound except the central atom. Here the central atom, it's carbon. We're just deducting this one, and what do you have to take? Hydrogen, the left one. And how many atoms of hydrogen? 4. And how many is coming total? S plus P3. S1 3 P's means it's making 4. Mind this two, 4 and 4, we are just subtracting. How much we are getting? It's 0. And I've told you before, 0 means it's a non-polar compound. Again see it, the central atom, we have just to cut off that central atom and the left part, the total number of atoms of the left part with the total of the hybridization state. S1 3P, 4. 4 minus 4, it's making 0. And 0 means it's a non-polar compound. Okay. So both lone pair plus whether the compound is non-polar or polar, we can find it out with a simple trick. Okay, let me show you 2 examples. H2O. See, which is the central atom here? Oxygen. I have marked it with red pen, you can see it's oxygen, and the left is hydrogen. How many? It's 2. Now the hybridization state of H2O, by the trick we can find it out, it's sp3. Now how many means the total of the hybridization state? 3 P's and 1 S. 4. 4 minus 2, it's making 2, means 2 lone pair, and it's a polar compound. Now the geometrical constitution, one thing, per lone pair 2.5 degree will decrease. Means for sp3 you can see it's 109 degree 28 minutes, and 2 lone pairs are there, so we're deducting 5. 2.5 into 2, it's 5, so we're deducting from that, and we're getting 104 degree 28 minutes. If here would have been 3 lone pairs, then would have deducted 2.5 into 3, that making 7.5, and you would have deducted 7.5 from here, 109 degree 28 minutes. It's depending upon the lone pairs how much we are going to deduct. If it's 0, no deduction. If one lone pair, it's 2.5. It's 2, then 2.5 into 2. If it's 3, 2.5 into 3. It's so easy. Both polarity and lone pair we can find out with this trick. Now another one, BCl3. First the hybridization state, it's sp2 by that trick. The central, this B, it's carrying out. The left, chlorine, how many? 3. sp2, 1s, 2p, 3. 3 minus 3, 0. Lone pair coming, 0. And what does that mean? 0 means it's a non-polar compound. It's a very simple trick and you can solve many questions on this, and if it's carrying 4 marks on both JEE and NEET, it's 8 marks is for sure if you can just use this trick. I will solve more examples on this in the next video. So you just see both the examples. First I show with this, I did show, and now this H2 and BCl3. Just mind this, the central atom, no, not the central atom, just the left part, deduct this and total of the hybridization state, 3 p's, 1s, 4, 4 minus 2, 2, 2 lone pairs, 2 means polar, and for each lone pair you have just to deduct 2.5 degree from that geometrical constitution, and this 3 you have to learn this. Just go on learning this, don't forget this. If you forget this, then the whole thing will get wrong. You can't find the geometrical constitution, so don't forget this. SP it's 180 degree, SP2 it's 120 degree, SP3 it's 109 degree 28 minutes. Just this 3. The questions come on this 3 only. So only this 3. Per lone pair it's 2.5 degree will decrease, and for when it's getting plus 1, when the lone pair is coming, it will be polar, and when it's 0, non-polar. We'll solve more examples, but till then you try it on other compounds to find out the lone pair and whether the compound is polar or non-polar.